Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my developer vlog series, where today we're going to be having a look at all the progress I've made the past 2 weeks on StrateZ. And I am pretty pleased overall with how things have gone. There were a few minor hiccups and a few things I need to go back and sort of rework a bit, but all in all, I have been able to accomplish my main goal of finishing up the final 2 survivor maps for the campaign of Mountain Pass and Sanctuary, and I'm pretty pleased with how these have turned out. Now, there's still some fine-tuning I have to do on them. Like I said, there were a few hiccups in this past fortnight, so I wasn't able to 100% complete them, but they are in a playable state, which I'm very pleased about. Now, one thing I was hoping to do that I didn't get around to that is part of my plan for this coming 2 weeks is in the We Move map here. I'd mentioned it last time that I want to add in some sort of like radio transmission about, the survivors hearing about a colony of survivors in the world for them to get to, that being Sanctuary here. And that I wanted to make that a part of mission, but I wasn't sure how to do that yet. I've decided how I want to do it now, but I haven't been able to implement it. And so not all the things in Mountain Pass are implemented because they kind of rely on that. So that's part of what I'll be working on in the coming 2 weeks. But let's start off by taking a look at Mountain Pass as it stands right now. Now, the world itself, I'm pleased with how it is, and that is probably not going to change much. There might be a little bit of fine-tuning here and there, but the big thing is going to be changing up its scenario here. As at the moment, it's basically gather supplies, kill zombies, you win. What I want to have happen is still gather supplies. We are survivors and scavengers after all, but also to begin building up a force to assist the Sanctuary colony once you make it through the mountains, because your main goal is to make it through this area, through the mountains via this tunnel, and make it to the final survivor mission. And so yeah, right now it's a basic just gather and kill thing, but I'll be editing that in the coming 2 weeks' time. So let's take a look at the world we do have at the moment. Now we have our command post up here at the southern end of where we, of course, ended in the previous map. So you've just found yourself in this little field where you've set up shop with what supplies you brought with you and are going to, mess around in this zone. Now, the first major area just south of us is the suburbs. Just a small little housing community area full of course, a lot of mindless shamblers, but also a few supplies scattered around for you to find. Now, over to the northwest of that, we have a lighthouse, which also features a small former military encampment. That, of course, was overrun by zombies, because, zombie apocalypse. But here you do have some ammunition supplies, some more random supplies for you to grab, plus some mindless shamblers to deal with here in this sort of haphazardly designed encampment. Then, one bit that I had actually a lot of fun building, it wasn't the most complicated thing I've made so far, but I don't know, I really had a lot of fun making this, is a fishing camp just south of the suburbs, off of this little country road here. And yeah, it's like a little encampment that was built after the apocalypse had occurred, where people chopped down, as you can see, all the trees around here to build themselves a log palisade, make themselves a little encampment with some, rafts, a little fishing boat and all that. And of course, they're all dead because zombie apocalypse. You've got some mindless shamblers left in there, but also some supplies to gather and some scrap for you to gather as well. And that leads us into our final section, the sort of trailer park slash sort of like roadside way station bit here, where we've got a small little like junkyard slash auto body shop. We've got the gas station, diner, and then of course the trailer park over here, where we've got loads of zombies you're gonna have to face. And the body pile, of course, guarding the exit to the map here at the tunnel, which is, of course, your ultimate goal. Now, like I said, I actually really enjoyed making this whole thing. It's, a nice, fun little map. I really actually had a lot of fun adding in these mountains here. I haven't really messed around with these in other maps because, we've done, like, cities, farmland, and stuff like that. So I've never just put like a straight up hill or anything in the middle of my maps before, but I thought it added a nice little separator between city suburbs and sort of the outskirts of town sort of a thing, to give you like a kind of physical barrier to that, and really did enjoy it. And plus, you're supposed to be getting into a more mountainous region. You know, we got the mountains and hills here that you have to get through, and the other map then, of course, does have more mountains and hills, etc. And yeah, just overall, I think it turned out pretty good. Like I said, still some things to fine-tune, especially on the scenario, but all in all, I'm pleased with how this one turned out. Now let's go to the Sanctuary map. Of course, once again, the final mission of the Survivor campaign. And this one's a bit different. Rather than starting how you normally do at your own command post, you actually start with your camera focused over here at the other end of the tunnel, where you've got quite a small little group of people. You've got 2 scavengers, 4 militia troops, 2 hunters, a medic, a battle transport, all here because you've built up that force in the previous map. Those are the forces I want you to create. And then you've come through the tunnel only to find that you're now surrounded by loads of mindless shamblers all over the place. So you're gonna have to fight your way through this and actually make it over to the colony of Sanctuary, where the colony itself is completely walled in and is currently being besieged by a number of more mindless shamblers. We've got them over here, we got them up here, we got them up here. Now, they do have defenses. You can see around here we've got some watchtowers all around the perimeter of the facility. And yeah, of course, the walls. But sort of the thing is, the zombies have attacked so much they've broken through the gates, and they are vulnerable and need your help. So you've got to make your way in and help keep them safe. And yeah, so right now, the scenario for this is literally just survive 20 minutes. I plan on adding in some more things into that, and including some things like some civilians you're gonna have to keep safe. That being part of the purpose of you coming to the colony to help them out, that you gotta keep all the civilians in it alive. But yeah, I really like how everything turned out in this one as well. Now, it's split into a couple of different areas. We've got another like housing area here, a motel area over here, and like a log cabin camp up here. And so let's take a look at all those areas, but starting with a sanctuary. I had a lot of fun making this whole thing because, well, we've got the fun walls. I actually took like the apocalyptic structures we have seen in previous maps and took away the bits that were making them more apocalyptic-y. Because, of course, if you're behind these walls, you don't need all these crazy, you know, boarded up windows and stuff. Now, it's still, of course, worn out because it's been years since the apocalypse occurred. So they're still messy, a little bit of overgrowth, and there were some things in, like, the initial apocalypse that got destroyed. But overall, you know, it's a lot cleaner than anywhere else in the world, but just with a bit of wear and tear. And people taking their former yards and turning them into small farm plots. And overall, we've got loads of supplies in here because the idea is protect this area. You don't really want to be venturing out too much. So rather than just having like one of each resource around your base like we normally have, we've got 2. We got ammo here, we got ammo here, scrap here, food here, to, you know, keep you here. Now, there are treasure objects still, these supplies you can go and grab scattered around the map, including some that are on your way to Sanctuary. You got like this one right there over by this gas station. But for the most part, your whole point is to sort of stay in here and defend it, because it's just going to be lots of zombies. Not entirely finished yet, like I said, still some fine-tuning, but what we do have on this map to make it more difficult for you, and something I haven't had previously, is, oh god, there's a lot of zombie body piles. We, in fact, have 3, as these zombies are basically surrounding the colony. So you have a body pile down here in the housing development, a body pile over here in the motel area, and a body pile over here in the encampment, the log cabin area. So there's going to be a lot of zombies coming at you because they're gathering resources, building up forces to attack you from all sides. And yeah, so if we head over to this one by the housing development first, you can see they've got their 2 flesh resources, and, you know, there's also other mindless zombies around, and of course the various houses, all a bit more looking in shambles with the boarded up windows, more overgrowth around them, unlike in the colony. And we got a little down plane over here for a little, just a little nice feature. And then over at the motel, we've got the motel with the pool, with some like little stores over here, a few treasure bits around, and actually there were some treasure bits back in the housing area too. But yes, another deadly body pile to make many zombies to come and face you. And that does mean, in the previous maps, I've limited the zombies to 1 body pile to sort of just keep the scenario, and each body pile allows for 25 zombies at any given point in time. Yeah, there's 3. That means the zombies have 75 zombies they can send against you at any point in time, thus the survival aspect of this one. And, yeah, the motel area, though, is pretty basic. My favorite part about it is over here, we've got, like, this small little camp next to a pond here in the hills that sort of separate the center bit of the map. And, of course, we have the final body pile over here in the, like, camping area. Nicely fenced in, so the zombies do have to sort of pour out of here through the gas station to basically try and funnel them towards, like, this gate here. And again, they got plenty of flesh to do things. There are some treasure objects in there for you to find. And yeah, just a lot of zombies you're gonna have to face. Now, at the moment, the mission is just survive 20 minutes. I may limit that. I don't know. I know 20 minutes might be too long. I haven't decided. But, yeah, we're going to add in some additional things into there, most likely. Or it may just remain survive the time. I haven't fully decided yet. But it's going to be the toughest mission so far. It may not be right now. I mean, it actually probably is right now, again, because of the potential for 75 freaking zombies on the map. But still, I think doable. I've completed it, so hopefully you guys can too. But, yeah, that's it for what I have finished off this week. So, for the plans for the coming 2 weeks, I'm going to go through all of my campaign maps and do some fine-tuning based off of things I've found, also some suggestions from you lovely people who have been playtesting this stuff for me, especially on the We Move, adding in that radio bit, expanding the mission in Mountain Pass, and playing around with the Sanctuary mission as well. But yeah, all of the maps I'm going to go back through with a fine-tooth comb and just mess around with them more, get them to a better state, more fine-tuned state, and so that hopefully this portion of the game is mostly finished up. Now, I also plan on starting on something else, something I want to kind of keep quiet for right now to be a surprise for you guys for the next video in 2 weeks. It's something, though, just to give you a little hint, that we talked about a long time ago when we were first starting up everything, that I kind of put on the back burner because I wanted to finish up a lot of the core element stuff. So, yeah, hopefully that'll be fun for you guys. Hopefully I also get it finished and done. We'll see, but that's gonna be for this coming 2 weeks. So of course you guys can download this right now and, you know, jump in and try things out and check out, of course, our new maps that we do have in the campaign menu, which we just sort of jump there real quick. We now have a scroll bar in here for this because we do have 10 maps now for you to do, and getting that weird graphical glitch again. Always seems to be fine once you go into the game, but in here sometimes it makes those black for some reason. I don't know why. But yes, so we do have this, and hopefully you guys enjoy the 2 new missions. I'd love to hear what you think about them, and can't wait to show off what we're going to be doing for the next vlog. That's going to be it for today. Hopefully you all have enjoyed, and you do come back for the next one. Until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.